Okay, forehand analysis for Cilic. You'll notice it does the same steps that we went over on Tuesday, so you can just see the fundamentals in slow motion. So from the ready position, he's turned his body, right? So this is the unit turn. He's used the left hand to keep the left hand on the racket, so he's just using the body to turn. And then from this phase here, so you notice here, this is what we also went through, where you do the unit turn and then we get the racket in the back phase. So in the back phase, we're using the body to take the racket back. Again, you got the elbow off the body, and the only difference here is that his racket is slightly at an angle. You can still see the point is going to be up to the sky, but he just has his racket just slightly inverted. Right, what we did on Tuesday was to get that racket straight up. So this is just a little preference, a little what they call idiosyncrasy. Yeah, idiosyncrasy. But you'll notice that the fundamentals are all the same. So from here, this is a unit turn. So this is like the first phase. So the way we'll be teaching to most people is you break it down into phases. So you get here, you don't start the swing yet. He's got his left arm out for balance. So the unit turn's gone into a take back. So this could be the first phase. He's sideways on. You notice the feet are neutral. Okay, now he can start. He's going to start the swing. You notice that this racket starts to drop and that arm starts to straighten. Okay, so the arm starts to straighten. He's got the strings to the ground. So this is super important. You have to get the racket. You've got to get the strings to the ground. So his weight is now on the front foot. Once the weight's on the front foot, he can now start to swing forwards. You can see that with the back leg that started to come off. So now from this position, he can start to swing forwards. And what you notice is, so he leads the racket up, right? So there's a steep incline from the bottom to the contact. You notice here, again, this is it's a huge myth for tennis coaches, that they think that the racket's not vertical at the hit. The racket is vertical at an absolute maximum. It might be slightly close, but look, he's vertical at the hit. He has a semi-western grip, and then what you'll notice here, this is one of the most important parts, is look, this is what I've been talking about. The racket doesn't go to here and then pull across his body. You'll notice he's got a really long hitting zone. So a lot of the time we just can't see it, so we think that they get to the contact and then they pull across their body. But the racket is going to stay out to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. That's his follow through. Contact, follow through. And then what you're going to see the finish is when the ball's way gone past the racket, right? And then once that ball's way in front, now you can see that the wrist has got involved. A little bit, just a little bit, it's only a little bit, just to relax the body. The elbow's finished high, and because the wrist has got involved, you can see that the racket has changed its position, so it's almost like gone upside down, but the principles remain the same. Then when he finishes, his body turns to the net. That's right at the end. So if you go through that one more time, right, here are the steps. So you've got ready position, elbows off the body. You've got the unit turn. You can keep the left hand on. That helps you use the body. Right, here is that back phase. Okay, so where that foot's there, we're in this position. Okay, so elbow's still up. We're using the body. Left arm's out in front. He's now sideways on. Okay, so that's ready position number one. This is number two. Again, racket's still up, elbows bent. Number three, he drops the racket into the slot. Okay, so the arms start to straighten. You've got the strings to the ground. Now he's going to come up to the contact. He's vertical at the hit. So ready position, unit turn and take back. Let's say 2, racket drop 3, contact is 4. So follow through and finish are two different things. They're not the same thing. Follow through, you keep the racket, keep the edge of the racket out to the right, out to the right. Now here, once it's gone past, let's say once it's gone past the other side of his body, so this was out to the right. Now as the racket's travelling around to the left, as the body's turning, the body continues to turn, then he relaxes from the wrist, and then this heel comes up, which means he's helped turn his hips. And this foot here is the anchor foot, this foot has just stayed still. Right, so this is the end position, and then he finishes here, and again that elbow's high. Any questions, let me know. I'm going to be sending videos like this just to help you solidify the information we've gone over, and also to show you that at the top level, everyone apart from slight changes is doing the same thing. Like I said, there might be a slight difference in how they maybe invert the racket slightly, but other than that, you can see there that 95% are going to be doing exactly the same things.